Not only is this watch very nice to look at, it's also highly accurate. It won't deviate more than plus minus 10 seconds per year. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Alex and today we're going to take a closer look at the Grand Seiko SBGN027G. This is one of their most recent releases. It was released like a month ago and it's their quartz powered GMT watch. So the SBGN027 will replace the SBGN003 and 005, and it comes in either a black dial version or a blue dial version. The one we are taking a closer look at today is the black dial version. There are some key differences with this new generation of quartz-powered GMT watches from Grand Seiko, and compared to the previous version of this watch, we now have a date window at 4 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock. They have removed the frame of the date window as well, which I believe is a bad move. The case sides are entirely polished now in comparison to the older version that had brushed case sides. They have also removed the crown guards. However, they have increased the water resistance of the watch from 100 meters to 200 meters. The handset is also different compared to the older version, and we now also have numbers on the chaptering. Other than that, it's almost identical to the previous generation. So for the blue dial version of this specific watch, it's SBGN029, and that one has a red GMT hand and a blue sunray dial. This one has a black sunray dial and a white GMT hand, although I didn't see it had a sunray dial until I saw it in direct harsh light at the AD. In all other environments, I'd say this is a very nice glossy black dial. So once again, Grand Seiko released a very nice watch. It's the first one I review on this channel, but it's certainly not the last. And this one is just tremendous value for the money. So let's break it down a bit. The specs: we have a 39mm stainless steel case. According to Grand Seiko's homepage, the lug-to-lug measurement is 45.9 millimeters, and it has a thickness of 12.3 millimeters. So case size wise, the proportions look really good on a smaller wrist. For instance, my wrist is 16.5 centimeters, and I think this watch wears really well. We have 19 millimeters between the lugs, which is a measurement that many people don't like since it limits the strap options. However, I don't care that much because I would wear this one on the bracelet. We have a nice mix of polished and brushed surfaces on the case. We have a fixed stainless steel bezel with 24-hour markers, and on the case back we have the trademark Grand Seiko lion. So unfortunately this case back is closed. I wouldn't mind them showing off that beautiful movement, but we'll talk more about that part in a bit. For the bracelet and clasp, this is one of those points with Grand Seiko models that people usually have an issue with. I understand them because the clasp and bracelet isn't of as high quality as other aspects of this watch. But we have a 3-link oyster style bracelet that is completely brushed with small polished edges to the links, and a folding clasp with double push buttons and the Grand Seiko logo on the clasp. This bracelet lacks micro adjustment, which is an issue, I believe. However, they offer full links, half links, and 1/3 of a link to be able to give the customers the perfect fit. So one of the best features with the Grand Seiko watches is not only that beautifully finished case, it's also the dial, the hands, and the hour markers. And here we can see the different facets on the hour markers, on the hands, how they play in light, and this is just Grand Seiko magic. This is really what elevates these watches and gives them that extra dimension that I believe that people cherish a lot, and that they believe is what elevates this brand above many other of the competitors in the same price segment. So as I said, the dial is a black sunray dial. It shifts to brown in direct harsh light. This is nothing. I didn't even know it was a sunray dial until I saw it at the AD, because in all other lighting conditions it's black. It has a glossy look to it and it looks really nice. I like this monochromatic color scheme with the black dial and the white contrasting GMT hand. I believe out of the two versions with the black and blue dial, this is by far my favorite. For the lume game is strong, as always with Grand Seiko. It has lume bright in the hands and also at 12, 3, 6 and 9 o'clock, so it shines really good in darkness. And one of the biggest stars of this show is not the case finishing, it's not the finishing of the handset, it's the movement. It's a quartz movement, and before you say quartz, listen guys, the 9F86 movement is a very accurate and very nicely finished quartz movement. This is not a cheap Ronda quartz movement or Miyota quartz movement. This is high level stuff. And this movement is accurate to plus minus 10 seconds per year. And that is less than 1 second per month, which is very accurate. Now, I've read people that had the SBG N003 or 005. They've had their watches for 2-3 years and the watch didn't deviate more than 2 seconds per year. That is truly impressive. And what's also, I don't mind quartz watches personally, so for me it's never been an issue, but I mean, you have to compare quartz versus quartz, and this is next level quartz. So hats off to Grand Seiko for producing such a fine movement. And also one important thing is that you can adjust the hour hand when you're traveling without hacking the seconds hand. So this watch will keep accurate time without disrupting it when you set the hands, which is also a very nice feature. Price-wise, we are looking at a retail price of $3,300 US, which I find very good considering what you get, the level of finishing. I mean, the level of finishing on these pieces compared to much of the competition is just insane. So price-wise, the retail price is not too shabby, I must say, at $3,300 US. To sum this video up, I will give you my pros and cons with the watch. For the pro part, of course, it's a superb watch in terms of finishing, in terms of wearability, in terms of a great movement. I mean, look at the hands, look at the hour markers, look at how they play in light. It's just beautiful. And all this for a couple of $100, about $3,000 US. Also, I like the fact that they have chosen a monochromatic look with a white GMT hand instead of the predecessor that had a red GMT hand. It just appeals me a lot, and I think this watch looks really good. On the con side, I must say the bracelet and clasp doesn't really live up to the rest of the watch. It feels a bit, I don't know really, it doesn't feel that solid as I would hope. But I mean, I'm not the first person or last person to point out the issues with the Grand Seiko clasp and bracelet. Also, the micro adjustment, or the lack of micro adjustment rather, is a con in my eyes. And for the date window frame, I wish they kept it as they had it on the previous model. The position that they have changed it from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock doesn't really bother me, but I wish that they would have kept the frame of the date window. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think about the watch and the brand Grand Seiko in general. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share this video if you like it. It would mean a lot if you could help this channel to grow, and I'll see you guys next time.